it's Ella here, and welcome back to Artsy Art. Today, Emily and I are doing another style battle, so I'm designing a character, and then Emily is going to draw it in her style. So as you can see, I'm sketching out the character right now on screen, and if you haven't guessed by the little pointy hat, it's going to be a witch character. I had a lot of fun designing this character. I was always a huge fan of Harry Potter growing up, so very much right up my alley. And you'll see this might be considered more of a Harry Potter kind of witch. It's a little bit more of a modern clothing look to it. And yeah, I struggled so much with the hat, and you'll see that later on, but I think it turned out okay in the end. I also decided to go for just a waist up reference photo instead of a full body photo because I wanted to do some more detail around the face, and kind of leaves up to the imagination what pants and shoes the character's wearing, which I felt like Emily would have some fun with. I also end up changing the facial expression later on. I wanted to give her a little bit more character than just relaxed, natural, normal face. I don't know. But yeah, I tried to do some clothing wrinkles. I hope they turned out okay. I feel like it's always hard to, and there I am, redrawing the hat again and again. I feel like it's always hard to put in clothing wrinkles when you're not looking off of a reference photo because you don't know exactly where the clothing wrinkles. I've read different guides and I'm trying to do some studies on it, but it's just not something that comes naturally to me. So hopefully it looks good in this. You'll also see I decided to do a purple-yellow color split, complementary colors. That way it gives the piece a little bit of, hopefully, a unified look, and you can focus mostly on the face of the character because that's where most of the yellow is concentrated. I know that Emily just did a character with a lot of more of a pinky purple, but still purple. And I was going back and forth with the idea. I'm do I really want to go for another yellow-purple complementary color scheme? But I just felt like the purple would look best, and I think it does with the robes and the hat and everything. I feel like it just looks most natural when you tone it down and use it for a dark color like that. So yeah, I also had some fun, you'll see, with piercings and some necklaces. Wanted to give her a little bit of jewelry. Debated the idea of tattoos and ultimately decided she's so covered up with those long sleeves, probably not for this character, but maybe for one in the future. You'll see here I'm messing around with some highlights, some lowlights. That's another thing I'm still working on. Trying to get shading in the hair, for me, is really difficult. In a simplistic style because you don't want to go overboard. It ends up looking too detailed, and if you don't do enough, I feel like it looks too flat. So yeah, you'll see here I am adjusting the face, and I decided last minute to go ahead and put some purple in her hair because she's a witch. I don't know, I feel like she'd have some fun with her hair colors and her style and everything. I tried to do some roots with the hair. I don't know how it turned out. But it's nobody, unless you're fresh out of the salon, and even then nobody's roots are gonna be purple, I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope that you enjoy Emily's version of my character.
Hey everybody, it's Emily. Welcome back to our channel. I hope you all had a great weekend and a great week. For this battle, I decided to challenge myself a little bit and draw with no line work. If you check out Ella's Instagram, she actually did some experimenting with a no-line piece recently, so I thought that I should give it a shot. I think as an artist, it's very important to step out of your comfort zone in order to keep things spicy and help improve your skills. When you go to art school, they usually make everyone do the same courses the first year. It's usually called foundation year. It's kind of reiterating everything that you've learned as an artist up to that point, just to kind of solidify your basic drawing skills. So being familiar with different mediums, techniques, and styles just gives you a better way to adjust a little quicker to the environment of an art school. I like to think of artists as jacks of all trades, because we can do so many different things with our talent that the possibilities are basically endless. So stepping out of your comfort zone and stepping out of the box that you're in, just it gives you more of an advantage in the art world, or I guess more of an ability to adapt to the art world, especially now more than ever when everything is becoming more digital and stuff like that. If you can adapt to a print and digital style, you're definitely going to have more opportunities than just doing one versus the other. So it's really important to kind of become familiar with a lot of different things. So yeah, I wanted to challenge myself this time. I definitely think I did end up challenging myself, maybe a little bit more than I was comfortable with, but I think the end result was fairly good. I liked it quite a bit. I think it was a good second attempt at no line work. I have done a few of these before, so it was pretty cool to see how much I kind of improved on it from the last time I tried this style. I definitely think the challenge lies in the shading and the color choices. Obviously I had to stick to Ella's palette, so I wanted to find the best way to make it work. When I was layering the skin tones, I started off with the darker skin tone, and then I kind of layered on top the lighter one that Ella chose for her character, and then I added kind of like a blush tone, and I went in with some oranges and stuff like that just to make it look more lively, because when you look at a human face, you're seeing the combination of colors from the different layers of the skin pigments in the face and skin on the body. So I think it's important to just note that that's there and try the best to replicate what a regular skin tone would look like. The other thing that I think was the most challenging was the eyes and the nose, because usually when I draw noses, it's one of my favorite parts to draw, and I think that it has so much I don't know, the character relies so much on the nose that you design that it's really important to get it right. Same with the eyes. If you mess up on the eyes, the character just doesn't look how it should. I feel like it's really important to focus on those two aspects of the face. But when you're shading and you can't put in solid lines, it's a struggle to get kind of like that structure. But also when you look at somebody's face, there's no real harsh lines on it. So just focusing on the nose and getting that right was really important for me to do. And I think I got there, but there's definitely some things that I would like to change about it. I think I could have put in more definition than what I thought was right. I feel like that happens in a lot of art pieces. And I think it's safe to say to stop and just come back a few hours later with a fresh look to things is a good idea. I do make a cut when I'm working on the hair. I kind of stop and I take a break and then I come back just to see what I can change. I think that's always a good idea because our brains get so attached to the idea of what we're looking at in the moment that just stepping back and then returning to the piece a little bit later, it gives us a fresh look and we can make adjustments from there. The overall piece, I really ended up liking it. I didn't go for composition this time. I went for more of focusing on my technique and stuff, especially with trying a new way of drawing that I don't normally use. So I thought it was a good result. I definitely will probably use this style again in future style battles. Because there's a lot of things that I think I can still improve on, but as of right now, I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. At the end, you can kind of see that I struggled with the hat. I had to keep on readjusting because there's no real reference for how a hat would cut off halfway and then just dip back. So it was kind of awkward, so I had to readjust that a few times, but that was no big deal. I got it fixed pretty quick. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this style battle video, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great weekend, you guys. Thank you for watching another video on the official Artsy Art YouTube channel. Make sure to like, subscribe, and don't forget to wash your paintbrushes.